My name is Jarell Wilson. I live in Austin, Texas. I am a queer man, and I attend Servant Church Austin. The United Methodist Church has helped me experience and serve God mainly by giving me the language that I need to go out and to resist evil and oppression, injustice, in whatever forms that they present themselves. I particularly love the vision of a global church where everyone is working together to create disciples of Jesus Christ and to go out and find ways of doing no harm, of doing good, and to staying in love with God's word and God's people. I remember one time one of my friends had moved up north out of the conference and was asking me if there was a ministry that they could participate in where they and their partner would be loved and affirmed. And so naturally I went on to RMN's website looking for a community or a church in the area where they could go, and there wasn't one for 25 miles, and they weren't able to find a church nearby. So I ended up having to recommend an Episcopal congregation because they did have an affirming church. And I feel like as long as I can't be in a place where I can trust Methodist ministers to be loving and affirming of my LGBT friends, I can't fully experience serving God fully in this denomination. When I felt most supported and loved in the church, it was after I had been deferred by the Board of Ordained Ministry and I went back to my DCOM to be recertified and to talk about what had happened. And after the meeting was over, of course we prayed because we're good Christians, and I went home, and like the next day or 2 days after, I got this phone call from one of the DCOM members, and she just called me to say that she saw God in me and in my ministry, and to not be discouraged and to not give up. And it was really a meaningful, loving, and genuine support, and it gave me the strength to keep going and to stay put in this church. The possibility of a split comes to me as both like a relief and a great heartbreak. I think anytime churches divide is heartbreaking to God and is harmful for our witness as Christians. But I also see so much abuse going on of specifically LGBT people and allies in this church that it also feels like that divorce where the abused spouse finally picks up and gets free from this relationship. And so I have really mixed emotions about it, and I don't want a split, but at the same time I don't want LGBT people to keep getting run over. My hopes for the UMC is that we remove the language in the Book of Discipline that promotes the practice of homophobia, which I believe is incompatible with the teachings of Jesus Christ, and that we learn to create space for God to move in a world that is changing and live out our gospel-centered faith in a way that includes people that feel ostracized by the church.